What's up, what's happening? Welcome to my channel. My name is Royal Kandake, also known as Sister Oz. So today I'm coming to just make a quick video. I don't know how quick it's going to be, but I'm just here to make an update on my progress. So those who don't know, I have been on a healing journey, I think from the beginning of this year. I just formalized it not so long ago when I met up with a group of sisters, and I'm like, let me just formalize it for myself. But I've been on a healing journey, and this healing journey is so intense because like healing comes in layers. I'm gonna share the what you might call the video, the link to the video for the video where I was talking about the layers, different layers of healing. So this is another layer that I've just uncovered of myself that I need to look at, that I also need to maybe consider healing as well. Like for instance, okay, let me not talk about that. So if you need to check out that video about the different layers of healing, or different layers in the healing process, please click on it after this one though. Click on it on the description box, and you will learn all about that. So for today, I just want to talk about what the healing is about, what my healing this time is about, and like how I'm going about doing that. So right now I'm actually dealing with my emotional body, right? I realize that there are a whole lot of things that trigger me. Well, I didn't realize so easily. I didn't know what was happening. I didn't know. I just didn't know. I was so negative about everything until I discovered that no, actually it's something that I need to work with myself on, you know. So for instance, there's this thing that human beings do whereby when you are, like when somebody's talking to you and they say something that you don't like, or they insult you or they whatnot, you want to internalize it, or they do things that you don't like, you want to internalize it, you get, you know, you get hurt, you get triggered. So all of these, for me, I'm viewing as problems internally on me, because nobody actually comes and stabs me, you know, to say that, no, this person is hurting me. It's actually my perception or my experience of that person that is allowing me to just see that aspect of what they're doing. So I don't know if it makes sense, but that's where I am. So I'm healing my emotional body to deal with everything. So how I'm doing this is I am doing a lot of inner work. Inner work. The inner work is the key work for me right now. Keyword for me right now, because check, I was just existing on a very, I'm a spiritual person, right? But my spirituality, I don't know how to explain it. You know, previously I was maybe not focused, or was not aware of what it entails, what it's about, the depth of it. So I think it also talks to the blind spot. You don't know what you don't know, right? So I think that's what it's about. So right now I've discovered that actually this thing goes deeper. It's about dealing with myself, dealing with my ego, dealing with my emotions, dealing with my mental body, my emotional bodies. And all of these are formed when we are still young, right? And we get to relate, and we get to understand, or try to understand, those aspects of ourselves when we're young. And in most instances we are hurt. The wound begins when you're young. So I'll show you an example of what I did, like my first aha moment when I started on this journey. My partner used to trigger me a lot, because, and I think this relationship was just and I'll tell you more about it as we go in, because it was the catalyst for my healing, my emotional healing. So he used to trigger me a lot, and when I wasn't aware of what it's about, you know, I wanted to, like, it's always on, like, has a different view, you know, and I would have a problem with that, and would want to push my points, and until I realized that no, actually there's something that I need to deal with that is a problem with me. And then I remembered that, oh my goodness, there was a time back when I was, I think, 7 years old or something. I was interviewing to go into this nice, posh preschool, and my mother really wanted me to go to this preschool. And so we went to the interview, and preparing for the interview. My mother was training me, asking me what this color is, what this thing is, how to spell, all these nice things, trying to support me. And then I couldn't differentiate between red and blue. It tripped me. Somehow it would trip. My mother, the way she hit me that day, I was so traumatized. So I think I know that's where that wound started. So every time I catch myself all the time when I find myself in a situation whereby I want to prove myself, I want to come across as correct. I don't need to be correct, I just made peace with that. I just relaxed. So that is what healing looks like, so, and then there's a lot of other wounds that I still need to deal with. So right now, I'm still dealing with catching myself, So yeah, I was talking about the inner healing. So in dealing with inner healing, you really need to catch yourself all the time. You need to be on all the time. And I think the best way to actually make this work make sense for you is when you journal. So if you journal, you'll be able to see how you catch yourself and actually notice a difference in the progress that you're doing. So you could be able to reflect and be proud of yourself. It's actually nice when you're sitting at the end of the day or in the beginning of a day and actually reflect about what happened yesterday. And you're like, I did 1, 2, and 3. I was so great. And then you write it down. Write down how it makes you feel. Write down how it made you feel. Oh, the other thing I'm walking into actually is trying to feel my emotions. As opposed, if I'm experiencing an emotion that makes me uncomfortable, I stare at it. I look at it. I'm looking at it. What does it do? I'm not trying to run away from it. I'm not trying to try to judge it. Nothing. I'm just experiencing it, looking at it in the eye. Like, what is it about? Does it want to say something? Does it mean something? I don't even want to. I just and I only consider those questions after I've listened to the emotion. I think it helps. It's been helping. Like, I thought of this. I don't know why I thought about it right now, but I thought about this other man, older Rasta man that I go to church with. So there was like some conflict, right? Like a few years back between me and him on social media and his wife. I was a bit close with his wife. So the conflict led to him, pardon me, I just need water. The conflict led to, leading to him blocking me and telling his wife not to interact with me, whatever. I was okay with that. I always make peace real quick with drama. Doesn't feed me. I don't like it. So I met up with him after, I think, 3 years, like last month, November. I met up with him in church and I was okay, nonchalant. I spoke with the wife, but I couldn't like speak with him. Like, I was in the kitchen with us, but it was very tense, So when I think about that situation, it just makes me cringe somehow. I don't know why yet. I'll still try to get an understanding of why, but it makes me cringe. So I was like, yesterday I was like, okay, I'm not gonna run away from this cringe. Let me look at this cringe. I might not know what it's about. Let me look at this cringe. I'm not gonna judge this cringe. Remember the situation, what was happening, recall the moments, like look at him in the eyes, because I was looking at him as the corner of my eye, actually turn my head, like recreate that situation in my head, as opposed to cringing away from it because it made me uncomfortable somehow, and I'm still yet to understand what that discomfort was about. So this is the kind of work that I'm doing, and it's so yummy and it's so nice. It makes me so excited. So another way, so the catching, I do it by journaling, and then the following day reflecting, telling myself proud things, what I'm going to do next, challenging and advancing. And then meditating also helps a lot to just silence yourself and connect with yourself. And in most instances, you get messages, you get communication from yourself, your guides, whatever, your God, whatever you want to call it, the universe. You get communication during this time, and it might not seem as if it's useful or as if it's doing anything in the beginning stages of the practice. But the practice actually is good because it allows you to be in the moment in any situation, especially when you find yourself panicky or in anxiety situations. You just are able to tap back into that frequency, and you're able to like breathe in and breathe out. I'm on this journey, as well as like I also have another channel, the Diaries of a Fat Vegan. So I talk more about these, and maybe I will share some videos on that channel, so you can check it out if you want to track my weight loss journey, my other aspect of healing this emotional wound, because it also shows itself out in how I comfort myself with food, in how I been overeating, but I'm working on this, and I talk about that a lot on the other channel, so check that one out too. Okay, so and then the other thing that I've been doing is actually committing to myself, so that's the only thing I'm concerned about right now. I'm just committing to myself by any means possible, so I tell myself in the beginning of the day what I'm going to do, and I actually do that. I try by all means to do exactly what I promised myself to do, even if it doesn't look the way that I imagined it to look, but it still needs to be done. That is me committing to myself, and I commit myself by visualizing, by making all these practices, and the more the I'll make some videos about my spirit practices as well, how I align my different, how I align my body in order to work with my spirit and all these other things. So I've got spirit works, and I've got I don't know what to call it, physical works. So the physical works are the body, nutrition, physical and whatnot, and then the spirit works is my my journaling practices, my praying practices, my meditating practices, my yoga practices as well. So I'll share those as well. Hopefully I won't be too shy to share those, but I really want to share my healing journey, because I want to look at myself when I'm at the end of the line, on the other side of the line. That's what I'm excited about. So I need to document this, and hopefully it will help someone. But for me, for right now, it's just to document and to see how the progress is going. And so far, so good. I'm so happy. So that's what I was just here to talk about. So just to explain what I'm healing, actually, just to zone down, narrow down on what the actual healing is about. Because I've been talking about healing, but there's no actual clarity of what is this healing about. So I want to break it down for myself and for maybe other people who would be interested, and I'll just point them to this video and to say, actually, this time around I was healing my emotional body, and this is how I was going about healing my emotional body. And at this stage, which is December, no, where am I? The 29th of November. So I'm already in December vibes. So 29th of November 2022, this is where I am, and I feel so excited and so happy about just walking into this healing. And then the more I progress, the more I'll walk deeper into the yummy things, which is like sharing the journey with my other works, which is my feminine works, my womb works, like my spirit works, my family works, my everything works. Because it's gonna be a part of me. You cannot get a PhD from healing. It just helps you to survive, and I'm looking forward to this help. I'm looking forward to this new chapter, because I feel like my life is gonna be so easy. By the way, last week I saw 111 twice, so signs, right? And then yesterday I saw 222, like 232. So somebody's doing something right. Okay, thank you so much for watching my video. Catch you on the next video. Bye.